much confusion. Everybody know what tomorrow is. You understand what I'm saying, man? Life is good, man. We got to really learn how to stop complaining about shit that we have no control over, right? I'm receiving a lot of texts from some of my partners saying Happy Father's Day, so I want to extend that right back to everybody again. I'm gonna say Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out here. So all the men don't even have fathers that can play the father role in other kids' lives. You understand what I'm saying? So happy Father's Day. Hope you're enjoying the day. The day is almost over with. Let's talk about what's going on, though, man. How y'all feel about all the shit that be popping on YouTube? Sometimes it's really discouraging, right? I find it to be rude and obnoxious. It be on some. It's a trip on how people really try to throw shade at people. I was looking at something today on YouTube, man, while I was relaxing. Salute to you, my brother. Happy Father's Day, Brandon. Uh, I was looking at this dude, Savage. He was talking about how 2 5s is, how they migrated to the S and Y yards. Start putting them up out there. Let me clarify something, man. In 2005, it was a memo. 2006, I was in Salinas Valley. He was on lockdown. They put a thing and said they're gonna start immigrating cellies. Got to have any type of celly you want, right? Black, white. Got to start selling up with anybody. And that wasn't true when it came to level 4 yards. They knew they couldn't do that. I ain't gonna say they couldn't do it, but they knew it was a strong possibility that it couldn't happen, right? But now on the level 4 PC yards, blacks and Mexicans and whites, they can be sellers. I'm not gonna speak on 2-5 because I've never been a 2-5. I don't want to be a 2-5. I don't know nothing about what goes on the S and Y yard. I've never been on the S and Y yard. I heard this dude say S and Y yards started coming. They didn't have PC yards back in the day. Let me share this with you, man. Tracy East and West Hall and DBI used to be PC in the 70s and it opened and they moved to PCs in '83 and made it a main line. Kicked all the PCs out of East and West Hall and Tracy in '83 and allowed mainline inmates to move in themselves. Chino East in Chino, California used to be called the White Elephants. That was a PC yard. CMC, California Men's Colony. Originally, that was a dropout prison, but lifers had to go there for their Cat J program to see a psych when they go into the ward to see the psych. Psych was a medical facility. Southern Hispanics couldn't go there because it was a dropout yard. If you don't have the facts, don't speak on it. I care less about what goes on SY yard. I care less how this dude is trying to say 2-5s is supposed to be the hardest motherfuckers in prison. Man, I find that hard to believe. It's 9 out of 10. From what I didn't heard, now I don't know if it's true. 9 out of 10, when you're part of an organization and you PC up, you must debrief. Debriefing is snitching, right? So if you end up going over there, dropping out of gang, sorry about that, Compton. 155, I like that. It's a trip on how people want to drop out of gangs, then go to the S and Y yard and want to join a gang. That's backwards to me. Then you get these dudes, they get on YouTube, get their own little show going on, right? And they throw shade at other people. That ain't watch this, man. Can't no blood, can't no Crip speak on Damu business because he ain't a Damu. You don't know what goes on in UBN organization or the Bloodline organization. Can't no Damu, can't no Jama, can't no Northern Hispanic, no Southern Hispanic speak on Blue No business or CCO business because you wasn't a Crip. You're only going by secondhand information when you get any type of information about these organizations that goes for anybody. Do blacks make removals on yards in prisons? Yes, they do. Watch this, man. Everybody got their own style, own way of doing things, their own style. And what people need to learn how to do is respect that. You know? I don't do no. I'm not gonna feed into that. So please don't ruin my day because your day might not be all that cool, right? I ain't never got ran away from nothing, man. I just got a life. I've been working, right? That dude look for controversy. I'm not finna give it to him, right? He might need to apologize to a whole lot of people because he tend to want to get in everybody else's business, right? But back to what I was saying, when it comes to them prison issues, man, you get dudes that speak on prison issues. Half of these dudes wasn't even on them yards, right? So I done seen videos, people saying they was in Quentin Folsom, old Folsom, new Folsom, back when it was really cracking. And motherfuckers be saying weird shit like they really with it, right? See, this the shit I be going through. I got to go through all these old way out ass dudes that come with bullshit, and I'm not finna feed into it. Man, let me not bite into this. I'm not finna bite into this today, man. Yeah, all right. If you want to believe that dude came to my house and he's still doing YouTube, you the biggest damn fool in America, man. You feel me? And I appreciate it, man. If you dudes would just stop getting into this, man. I'm trying to be positive. I'm trying to enjoy my Father's Day. I'm trying to enjoy the day, man. I'm not with the bullshit. I don't do bullshit. So I appreciate it, man. All you fake trolls to stay off the shows, man. Once you do, just create a fake troll life for yourself, man. Because you dudes is messy as I ain't gonna even say a woman, because men's is just as messy as women, right? But people need to stop doing what they doing, man. I'm a non-active gang member. Yet I still represent Compton front hood, Compton crib to the fullest, 131%. I'm a state representing Compton. I'm Compton ready. I'm always giving you something from an OG's perspective. I'm always trying to serve you the real. You feel me? Thank you, Brandon. And what I'm saying is, we must all understand that life doesn't stop because somebody trolling you or they come with some bullshit. We got to learn how to eliminate the bullshit with these dudes on here. You understand what I'm saying? And we need to all understand one thing, man. When a person get on YouTube and say something, it's full of bullshit. Can't nobody come to my house because they don't know where I live at. Only a chosen few people can even come to my house, right? And I don't invite rats, dropouts to my house. I don't associate with rats and dropouts, right? Do I have anything against them? No, I just don't get down out there kid. But I'm noticing something, man. I really love to throw shades at brothers. People need to stop doing that because ain't nobody throwing shade at nobody else, right? Trying to climb the dude whack, that's what whack do. That's what whack do. Let whack do that. Stop trying to emulate somebody else and just be yourself. That's what make life better for people. If you learn how to be yourself and stay out of bullshit, man, right? Because people always got other things to say because they into that controversy shit. I'm not gonna compromise my integrity for nobody. I'm not gonna be kissing nobody's ass on YouTube. At the same time, I'm not gonna disrespect nobody that hasn't disrespected me. I don't initiate bullshit. But I will be a part of some bullshit if you bring it to me, right? I'm not running from nothing but God, man. I fear no man but God. You understand what I'm saying? I bow down to no man but God. You understand what I'm saying? So please, man, let's stop playing with this bullshit. Now back to the message at hand. When it comes to these prison politics, a lot of people be speaking on me. Never been on level 4 yard. All they've been on these level 2 yards, these level 1 yards. And from my understanding, when I left prison, all level 1s and level 2s is migrated. That's an S and Y yard. Do I have a problem with my homeboys being there? Right? Oh, the earth is my turf, man. Do I have a problem with any of my homies? If they was already on level 2 yard and that's what the system started doing, putting the mess and wires on that yard. Hey man, I ain't finna tell nan motherfucker that's doing time to commit a crime, take flight on somebody to get some more time just for they can leave that yard. Continue doing your time and isolate yourself. Now I ain't telling you it ain't no foul motherfuckers that's on the level 4 yard. There's a whole lot of motherfuckers walking 270s and 180 yards that motherfuckers say they snitching and ain't got the paperwork, or they crimies there and saying that this dude told on them. Then when he get there, the crimey don't do nothing to him, but want somebody else to do something to him. That ain't how the game go. When you put a jacket on somebody in prison, you must initiate all contact towards that individual. If not, leave it alone, right? Uh, People got a bad habit, man, sitting up and saying who's real and who ain't real when it came to them prisons. But watch this, man. I was in Tracy when the CDC took the NFs off the yard. Not the Southerners didn't chase them off the yard. CDC took them off the yard. Just like I was in Tracy when the Damus left. Yeah, they got CDC took them off the yard. The people at Tracy took them off the yard. So when Damu started coming back to the yard, we wouldn't allow them on the yard because now this is his crib spot, right? And but it was still Damus there that people didn't know. You understand what I'm saying? Here we go with some bullshit. So you got to look at it like that, right? You got to watch this, man. One of the things I really didn't like when I was in prison, I ain't trying to talk about nobody. I was a dude. I had to go through this with my homeboy, Wack, Deuce Wack, right? When I first went to prison, man, white boy Crips wasn't in prison. So I wasn't too in tune and embracing a white boy Crip, although I had a white boy homeboy, right? I wasn't too enthused embracing a white boy Crip. I used to really look down at brothers. Right now, I ain't saying he couldn't have been a part of the Hispanic gang before he came to prison. But to me, part of that gang, that's just that gang. But you went against when you go to prison and you start running with them, you're going against your people, right? Watch this, man. Some people might have didn't understand that or don't understand my perspective on that, but that's my perspective is when you go to prison, stick with your own race, right? A lot of race problems in prison happen because bad debts, dope debts, right? As for example, Southerners don't supposed to get narcotics from blacks. I'm drinking on me a Miller's High Life, man. I just ate a nice, good food barbecue. Hispanics don't supposed to buy narcotics from blacks. Yet they do. Blacks sell them narcotics when they know they shouldn't because they know they can't take off on them if they don't pay them, right? And the Southerners will tell you in a minute, but we ain't gonna pay that debt, right? I remember one time, man, I was in Calipat, man. Little Crip dude, man. I said this in one of my first interviews with Kel, man. Little Crip dude, little Damu dude, let little Crip dude use his phone. Little Crip dude trying to do loan a cell phone. Slide it to a Southern Mexican, right? First off, he fucked up when he trying to do low. Second, he fucked up sliding to the Southern Mexican because he could have kept and said, fuck you. Anyway, man, I was a teacher aide in Calipat. So I'm coming from work, my little homie Cowboy get him. He said, bam, handle that for us, big homie. So I go over there, I said, man, you can't, they finna get on it. They finna run in the cell, get on this little Crip dude. And his celly was a non-affiliated brother, right? So I go over there, I say, no, man, little Damu dude was from Dago. So he said, hey, bam, I respect that, man. I said, man, we finna handle this. In 24 hours, this gonna get handled. We go to the yard, man, I tell him. I said, man, cuz got that phone. The yard. But my former DP would have been this. Stab his ass and get him off the yard because he put it on his mama. He didn't have that phone. Come to find out he had the motherfucking phone. But he could have started a big ass motherfucking Diamond Keyway ride over his scandalous shit, trying to be slick. But his celly was a non-affiliated dude. Damu's bust on him. Went to breakfast the next morning, they tore his ass up. He thought everything was cool because he played a role in it too. So when you're in a cell with somebody in prison, you both responsible for each other's actions, right? Some people don't partake in the things they silly do, but when you play a role in some of that scandalous shit, you're going to get what's coming to you. Prison, that really love you because they ain't taking care of you like you want them to take care of you because you think they life supposed to stop because you in prison. I was one of the dudes that thought that, right? To my little sister that's resting in peace told me one day, she said, man, our life didn't stop because you went to prison. But we gonna take care of you. I love my family for that, man. My family really took care of me. I had a lot of homies like Weed, T-Tuck, Dog, Snook, Benny Moe, You feel me? Bodine, them, Bone, them, Eddie J, them dudes used to look out for me, send me big bread up in there, man. You understand what I'm saying? Dog and Wiggy bought me a few cell phones. T-Tuck paid a few phone bills for me when I was in that motherfucker, right? My last 10 years in the pen, man, I felt as though I mastered learning how to do time. So I stayed in my position. I didn't try to put, I knew my position in prison. I was a dude with a lot of influence. I was more of a peacemaker than a dude that was with the violence. But I will say, let's have the drama. If you want the drama, we can do the drama. The logic is what's gonna keep you surviving and bring you home to the streets with no wounds on. I've never been stabbed in prison. Stabbed people in the motherfucker, but I've never been stabbed. I was known to keep a big old keep suit on me. You know, I did a lot of shit in the pen that ain't too cool to talk about, but it ain't a bad thing. I done took sacks from motherfuckers in the penitentiary. I done sat in front of the canteen and robbed me some motherfuckers. You understand what I'm saying? But I got partners from all South. I got Hispanic partners, I got Jamu partners, I got Jama partners, I got non-affiliated partners, I got Christian partners, I got Muslim partners. I just didn't limit my friendship to keyways. You understand what I'm saying? Because I hooked up when I was in prison, yeah, man. I was CCO, Consolidated Crip Organization. And that was a powerful organization. We was with the business, we brought the noise. If a motherfucker wanted, we gave him what he wanted. You understand what I'm saying? Structures in prison is good. Don't get me wrong. Structures in prisons is good, but they can also be bad. Because you got to worry about the people from the outside looking in. They might not like what they see. And they shit to speak on, which ain't cool. You understand what I'm saying? So when I first went to the pen, I was told the Jamas wasn't cool. First 5 years in prison, I really believed that. So I ran across one named Catfish out of Stockton, Farouk out of Oakland, Big Juan out the Valley, right? These was Jama cats, but their intellect was cool and they was about blackness. They wasn't about stealing a brother, right? Northern essays and blacks got along with each other. I started changing somewhat in regards to that too. I remember when I was in New Folsom, man, there wasn't too many Northern Mexicans left on B Yard. And they used to, you know, when they came to the weight pile, they buff iron with the blacks when they were in the weight pile. We hiding some knives in the weight pile. I'm bearing a knife. I'm laying on the bench like I'm buffing iron, but I'm really kicking a knife in the dirt. I'm trying to bury a couple of key shoes, right? And somebody say, damn, you don't like them buffing iron with us, huh? I said, no, man. They still over there buffing with their people. Now, I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way. I ain't saying fuck Northern Essays. They're my partners. Right? Hey, that's mine too, Brandon. So anyway, essay like, hey, man, why you don't want us over here to buff iron with us? I said, man, them y'all people, I'm buffing iron amongst all my enemies, Jamus and the Jamas. I said, them dudes run over here to get y'all, we forced to have to get down with y'all. I'm tired of being used as a shield, or forced to get into something that don't pertain to me, right? That's when I knew, man, that everybody in prison, whether they want to be rather admitted to it or not, in some form, shape, or fashion, they be used to get caught up in something that ain't got nothing to do with them. You understand what I'm saying? You go to some yards, you don't see a Northern essay on the yard. It ain't because they ain't wanting to go there, it's because CDC don't send them there. But everything from Southern California, I don't give a fuck what prison you got in California, you sent us there. You feel me? And I started looking at that shit. I said, damn, man, it's a trip on how they can safeguard everybody else. Now, what I do detest is this. I see a lot of Damus and Keyways that go to the pen. Some of them step back and say, man, I ain't banging no more. I'm going to be in the Nation of Islam, or I'm going to be a Christian. So they separate themselves from the drama. As soon as they get released, guess what they run to? They run straight back to the neighborhood, put that blue rag in their pocket, and get their ultimate crip on. But in the pen, They wasn't missing Juma every Friday. You feel me? They wasn't. But when you say you're a Muslim and you're no longer a Kiwi, you're not in Kiwi business. So why would you want to come to the streets? If you say you're part of the Islam, and then you get to the streets and you want to put the blue rag or the red rag back in your pocket and say that's what it is. No, that ain't how the game going. That ain't keeping it 100, man. You feel me? Uh, I know some dudes, man, that had 10 and 15 years in the pen, didn't get them 115, got right out when they supposed they got out. Yet they'd come to the streets and tell their partners, I was in there with with the business. No, man. You feel me? And let me share something with you, man. What made me stop wanting to get shoes and stop wanting to bust holes in motherfuckers in the pen, when they started building cages in the shoe yard, but we couldn't go to the yard, all go to the yard together. When they started building cages in there, it was like building dog kennels. Only person going to the yard with is your motherfucking celly. Like in Tehachapi shoe. Your whole, if it's your turn for your building to go out on your yard day, you might not even be able to get there to get to the yard because all the kettles is filled up. Them dog kettles. And they use inmates to build the motherfucking dog kettles, right? So we don't, then the police play a whole lot of roles that set motherfuckers up. Mysteriously the gate to come open. Now that never happened to me, but I opened up Corcoran's shoe. Corcoran's shoe, man. That was a cold motherfucker, man. I never forget, man. And this is what people need to know too. Even though the police were setting up the gladiator fights in there, you'll never see no two people rush no one person, right? I remember my homie Butcher from Great, resting in peace. He was on the first tier. I was on the second tier. Essay sliced on my boy. They run yard in, but it's the second tier term. My neighbor's up north, dude. He did some shit where he didn't have to go to the yard. Now it's my turn to go to the yard. My celly refused to go to the yard. My celly like, oh man, I ain't going to the yard, man. I ain't no crip. I ain't no blood. That ain't my business. So I go to the yard. It's a chessboard on the yard, painted on the yard in Corcoran shoe. So I'm squatting in the chessboard. When the SA hit the yard, I got to rush him. He got to rush me. We finna get this out the way, go do our 10 days on CTQ in the shoe, and come back to the motherfucking yard. But him and his celly both hit the yard. I got down with one. They shot a couple of times on the yard. Boom, boom, boom. We finally get out. Right? Man, we go in. They take us back in. I beat up my celly real bad. I beat my celly up real bad. I stubbed my celly, hit his head all against the motherfucking toilet and the sink. But split his head open, put like 30-some stitches in his head. But he deserved to get his ass whooped because he didn't come to the yard. And it was mandatory to come to the yard because it's not, this is what I don't like about a lot of brothers in prison, man. When that race shit happened, they tend to say, oh, it's a Crip thing, or it's a Damu thing, or it's a Jama thing. No, it's a black thing, right? The essays don't say, oh, it's an 18th thing, it's a V&E thing, it's a Pico Rivera thing. They say, no, this is a Hispanic thing, this is a La Raza thing. And they get down like that. The reason I respect any organization, the reason I respect NF so tough, I had to deal a year in Monterey County Jail one time. The NFs had their own pod in Monterey County Jail called A-Pod. It was the cleanest pod in that motherfucking jail, man. I was the first brother they put in that pod. That was because of Cricket out of Salinas knew me from San Quentin and Corcoran shit, right? He allowed me to come in there with nothing happened to me. And when I first went to the county jail, I got into it with a few of the Seaside cats because I took a sack from a dude. I was in solid there for like a month, man. Motherfuckers dropped the kite on me and my homie Big Woody from Nutty, resting in peace, to get us off the line. Because we was pushing the line up in that motherfucker, pushing the cold Crip line. And they put a dude from Seaside in my celly, in my cell, man. Man came off a visit. I used to tell him, man, I got key shoes and he don't need no traffic at my door. And a white dude came to the cell and he slid some weed out the window of the cell, the screen of the cell. I said, man, what you selling weed? Like, yeah. I said, you ain't gave me none? I fired on him. Put a key seal out on him, took a whole zip from him, took the whole sack, right? So when I get to Monterey County Jail, a few dudes see me. But Big Charlie Mason was my partner from Seaside. He said, man, ain't nothing finna happen to you. Little Reggie Tolan. His daddy, Mr. Tolan, was hooked up with the Congress people. He can walk around the county jail and visit people and talk. They made sure I was cool in there. You feel me? Met a few dudes out by the seaside that was Crips, PJCs. They was solid brothers like Pooh Bear. You feel me? I met some real riders about that town, man. Big Heavy. That was my partner, old Jamba dude. He was real tight, man. Him was an old Folsom together. So I first went to old Folsom during the war. I was basically a kid. I was like 20-something years old, man. And old Folsom was a cold playground when that war first happened, right? Now, what don't nobody know about that war? So when I got there with the CCOs got there, right? Whole lot of shit changed when we got there, man. Whole lot of drama changed. We started bringing the funk to a motherfucker, but motherfucker wanted it. And a lot of people got hit that felt they shouldn't have got hit, but they knew the reason they got hit. See, this is the cold part, man. When you go to prison, you get caught up in them gangs, it's a protocol and an ethnic that you got to abide by. It's rules and regulations, man. And when you break the rules and regulations, you know what you got coming. So don't get mad when a motherfucker busts a hole in you or busts a hole in your homeboy because your homeboy did something he didn't do. I ain't saying sometimes he ain't have to chill. Everybody didn't get hit in prison because they told. People got hit in prison because they thought they couldn't get hit. You understand what I'm saying? You get dudes on here, man, talk about the homosexuality shit up in prison. And let me share this with you, man. Every man in prison didn't partake in that bullshit. You know what I mean? I don't even fuck with booty bandits. I don't even like them. You understand what I'm saying? Don't nothing about a man turn me on. You understand what I'm saying? I love the black woman, man. I love every woman, but I love the black woman. You understand what I'm saying? I appreciate the black woman. Matter of fact, and I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way. Prison taught me to appreciate the black woman, right? Because a black woman stayed down for me and represented me, man, all my stretch in that motherfucker. And I ain't do no 2-year bid, man. I did a joke, a real joke. And Poo Poo, the cover girl, looked out for me in every aspect. Visits. Watch this, man. I was in New Folsom, and the motherfucking COs just asked me, like, damn, do your girl live up here? Because New Folsom used to go on visit Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I used to go out and visit them there every Thursday, man. And if I missed that Thursday, it was guaranteed I was going to go out there for the weekend, right? And Poo Poo taught me how to appreciate a woman, the black woman. You understand what I'm saying? So I was blessed to have her in my life. I was glad God gave me the right woman. Today I consider one of my best friends. Then I had a whole lot of homies that took care of me. I got some cousins. My cousin No and Monty and Simo, right? These dudes never wrote me, except all my collect calls, never wrote me. Every time I send a package slip to the house, I can send that package slip today, they'll get it Wednesday. That package be there Monday. I loved it that, man. And I came home. I came out, started my own. I tried to start my own paint business called Bound Affordable Paint. My cousin No first dude gave me a job, had me paint. He got some rental property. I painted the whole house. Went in there and did my thing. Right? I'm never going back to prison, man. I'm not gonna put myself in a predicament to go back to prison. Prison is not what people think it is. And the system is designed for you to come back, but you got to retrain your train of thought, your way of thinking, and start understanding that society don't owe you nothing. You might owe the world something after all said and done, but the world don't owe you shit, because the world don't owe me nothing, man. The only person that owe me is myself. I've been home for a minute. I'm enjoying my freedom. I've got the right people in my life. I got a family that love me. I got a woman that adore me and love me and respect me, that I love and adore and respect too. Shouts out to Miss Barbara. You understand what I'm saying? That's my baby. Uh, I got a whole lot to live for, man. I got some great nephews, man. I got a nephew started a football camp. I ain't even go, but I seen my little niece's mother had it on Facebook. He did his thing with it, man. You know, he graduated from Utah State and had 2 years left on his eligibility. Went to Tuskegee. I'm really impressed with how he's giving back to the community, and that comes from within the household, how he grew up and how he was raised. So I respect my niece, Tanika, for being a wonderful parent. I respect my sister for being a hell of a grandmother. I respect my mama for being a hell of a great granny. She used to say, "That's granny, baby." And if she was living, she was smiling down on heaven. That mine was there on deck doing this thing in it. So this is what I live for today, man. That I want a dialogue to have peace in the communities. I'm tired of the senseless gang killing, the senseless gang violence. As OGs, we need to step up and say it's no longer tolerated and come up with some form of solution to create, to eliminate the bullshit. You know, thank you, my brother, that what we need to do to bring peace in these communities. Because what people don't understand is, man, right now these police in Los Angeles is really on paranoia. They scared. They don't know if we gonna stop gang banging, coming together to get on them because of what's going on behind that shit in New York. And this idiot went up and killed them 10 people, or what this idiot did when he went up to that school. So nobody know how we gonna respond to it. So we got to react to that, man. We got to learn how to love each other and respect each other. We got to learn how to stay in our lane when it's time to stay in our lane. Stop coming out. Whenever you come outside of your lane, it's guaranteed you're going to have a wreck. We got to also, I really want people to understand this. I don't want nobody to get offended at what I'm saying. I'm using the N-word because you hear us using that N-word. It's not cool. Whoever told you it was cool, it wasn't cool. I blame rap music on that to a certain degree. Right? But it also comes from the household. It comes from in your house, right? Now, watch this, man. If I wasn't a black man, I feel uncomfortable if somebody called me that. That wasn't me, right? I could never call another person the N-word. We don't always use that in a derogatory term, right? So please don't think we just use it. And yes, it's derogatory, but we don't always use it exactly, Brandon. Everything starts in the house, man. And that's what people don't get. Then you get these people on YouTube talking about, oh, they use it, so what's the fucking problem? Watch this, man. The problem is you using it. The problem is you using it. As a kid, didn't your mother and father you say, if your friend jump off a roof, you gonna jump off a roof? If this motherfucker jump off a cliff, you gonna jump off the cliff? Stop trying to justify your stupidity and your lack of respect because you seeing somebody else doing it. You can't justify that. Please, if you're not black, stop using the N-word. That's the first solution. Learn how to put that N-word in its perspective, and having people that don't supposed to use that N-word, everything's gonna be cool. And this is what we got to learn how to do, right? People need to understand this too, man. It take a village to raise a child. If you was born and raised in that community and you still live in that community, it's your responsibility to police your own community, to safeguard your community. You want to participate. Why do we have to lose lives in order to have peace marches, peace rallies? Why can't we just, off the top, just start? We need to start taking a stand before we lose a life. That's it, and that's all, man. That's what people need to learn how to do. It's simple. It's simple arithmetic. 1 + 1 = 2. And you said that right, Brandon. That's exactly what Granny always said. And this is what we need to do, man. We need to start calling these motherfucking rappers, these sports players, have some full participants going on. Stop getting this money and not sharing this shit in these communities. They want to look down at the community. You understand what I'm saying? We can't have peace, man, if ain't nobody doing nothing for us to do it. I said this a few months ago. And I'm willing to paint any building in my community in Los Angeles, Compton, and Watts, Long Beach, the Deep West, West LA, however people want to say it. I don't believe in South Central. Ain't no fucking thing South Central Los Angeles. That's some of the news media gets, right? If a person, they got a business, got paint shit on the walls, I won't charge you nothing. I'll paint your building. I'll get all the graffiti off your wall. All you have to do is buy the material and buy the paint. Clean up my community, make my community look better. That's a challenge I'm throwing to any OG. We can fix gates. We can go around and fix up the streets in our community, and we can clean it up. It's time to give back, y'all. Stop looking for a reward to do it. Please hit the like and subscribe to the button. Support the channel. This is OG Bam Compton Front Hood. I'm on some positive shit. I'm no longer on that negative shit. I care less about the fake trolls. You can come in, you can say what you want. Just don't disrespect me and don't lie on me. Right? Thank you, Brandon. Ain't nobody ever came to my house. I don't apologize to Busters. Ain't got to apologize to Busters. I don't even feed into what Busters got to say. Ain't nobody ever chased me. YouTube Yard, I don't even know what the fuck that is, right? I work every fucking day. I just got tired of YouTube because YouTube was giving me a fucking headache because I was allowing my emotions to get beside myself. So today I'm on my cool shit. I'm on some positive shit. With that said, man, just the best 37 minutes and 53 seconds we got. Dominic Mayweather, how you doing, my brother? Thank you. Support and hit this channel. Subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe, hook up, please, brothers. Let's have a rest of the Father's Day. Let it be blessful and grateful for like God giving us another day of life. Peace, love, and happiness, our people.